once this is done, you can start.
And then feel free to just change layouts if you want during. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to FAM's Classroom. This is Trade Like Nick, and I'm here to teach you how to actually accelerate your wealth in 12 months or less. I'm a math teacher, and a lot of times I see my students falling asleep. They're not learning it, and I don't blame them because I'm teaching them math, but they can't apply it in their real world, right? So I said, let me flip it and say, what if I taught you math where you could actually use it to make money in the markets? That's the framework that changed my whole trading philosophy and my trading results. Because without this foundation, my method is based on 3 things. It's the math. I don't think you guys can really see that. The money, which is the risk management, and the mindset. These 3 M's is your foundation, because without math, money, and risk management, when the markets come tumbling at you, when you're experiencing losses, consecutive losses, and you're starting to lose confidence in your system, yourself, you go to the framework and say, okay, does the math still make sense? Is my risk worth the reward that I'm taking in the markets? Is my mindset, am I looking at the bigger picture? Am I too focused on one trade, one outcome? And then the risk management, am I trading small enough so that I'm not gambling, I'm not chasing, right? This is your foundation. This is why most traders, 90% fail, because they trade without a foundation. It's built on sand, not rock. So in order, before you even begin to trade stocks, to trade options, to day trade futures, you got to have the framework, because this framework can apply to any market. It can apply to stocks, options, futures, because as long as you keep your trade within risk, making sure that the math makes sense, then you just let the probabilities play out. So you guys ready to learn the math equation? There's actually 2 equations, all right? So
here we go.
The first one, unfortunately, this whiteboard and my markers are not dark enough for you guys to see. Maybe you guys can. So let me erase this. Once you have the framework, now this is the starting point, right? Our goal is to get up here. This is financial freedom. This is when your passive income is greater than your monthly expenses. This is when you can quit your 9-to-5 job. You can now let your money work for you. Every month you're collecting rent, collecting premiums every month, where you don't even have to worry about your job. You don't have to worry about your paycheck, because your money is making more money than what you spend every month. That's net profitability. That's how you treat trading like a business. You need to be net profitable after your income and your expenses. Once those are factored together, if you have a positive net cash flow, now you're generating income month after month, week after week, even day after day. 0 days to expiration, meaning you can actually have your money work. When the market opens, boom, the game is on. When the market closes, boom, the game's over. What bets did you make throughout that day where you can get paid based on probabilities? So let's say, for example, your monthly expenses are, I don't know, $5,000. It's a lot more here in the Bay, but I don't want to scare everybody. So let's say your monthly expenses are $5,000. If you can have your money generate $5,000, Would you agree that's financial freedom? Right? But in order to achieve that, you need to be able and be comfortable with risk, because a trader is a professional risk taker. Got that? They know how to take risk, they know how to manage risk, and they know how to respect risk. Because the minute you don't respect risk, the market is gonna attack you and pull you all the way down, slap you upside the head, drain your account because you're doubling down. Your ego gets in the way. You don't respect the risk because the market is the devil's playground. If you start to get tempted by your greed, your fear, your FOMO, oh man, that market is gonna eat you up alive. Why do you think 90% fail and lose? I'm here to flip that. I'm here to change your mindset so that you can trade like a professional risk taker, knowing when the risk is worth the reward, knowing how to take risk when the probabilities are on your side, and then just letting the math play out. You guys follow? All right. So most people start here and then they don't know where to go. The roadmap is all over the place. That's where I was 20 years ago. I spent a lot of money, lost a lot of money, and then tried to figure out what was it that can actually make this work. As a math teacher, I reverse engineered my entire journey, and I figured out, okay, if I created a math equation, a simple 1% math equation that anybody can do, starting with as little as $2,000. How many of you guys can save up $2,000? Raise your hand in the chat. How many of you guys can save $2,000? Right? Most people have this big obstacle. Before June 4th, 2026, most people could not day trade unless you had a minimum of $25,000 in your account. Did you know they got rid of that rule after 23 years? Now you can day trade with as little as $1,000 in your account, meaning you can go in and out of stocks, buy, sell in throughout the day, and you don't have to pay commissions. It's like having your money in the bank and you're just moving it back and forth. But now your money's working for you because you can make money when the stocks go up. And there's strategies where you could short the stock, make money as it goes down. That's how you educate yourself. That's how you make your money work, because specialized knowledge, that's the only thing that separates the rich and the not rich, right? I'm here to give you that knowledge, because once you have that specialized knowledge and you have a little capital, because now that all you need is $2,000, and guess what? They just lowered and made a new rule. Starting today, Monday, July 10, 11, 13th. Did you know Charles Schwab just lowered and gave you more buying power? So if you have $2,000, you actually have $4,000. No, multiply that by 4. You have $8,000 of buying power in your account right now. They're giving you 4-to-1 leverage. Why are they doing this? And you're trading commission free. Never in the history of this world has wealth ever been more accessible to everyone. Wealth for everyone. Financial freedom for all. Where we could democratize money. I can bridge this gap between Main Street and Wall Street. We can now take the power in our own hands, not have to work a job that we hate just for the paycheck. Imagine being able to pursue what you actually really love to do, because you don't have to worry about money. And you have your money working for you because you have strategies that can make money in any market condition. Because once you learn how to understand the stock market? Because it's actually not that hard. One, you got to identify an opportunity. What is that? It's a pattern. It's a price pattern, or it's the psychology patterns of traders, what they do in the past, and what are we thinking they're going to do in the future. Once you have an opportunity identified, now you got to make a prediction. Where is it going to go? So if I identify an opportunity, right? We all know stocks do not go straight up. This pen sucks. Stocks go up and down, up and down. And they pull back. We want to buy when stocks are at the floor. When it bounces and comes back up, we want to sell it when it's higher near the resistance. It's not that hard, folks. Once you learn how to day trade, and now that you can use 4 times leverage of your money, meaning if Apple costs $100, now it only ties up $25 of buying power in your trading account. Got that? So you can buy any stock at just 25% of its price. That's why this opportunity, in no time in history has there been day trading for this retail people like me and you. And the vehicle to actually accelerate your wealth, your trading, is called SPX. That is the S&P 500, because you can now trade options and day trade options. In other words, you can generate income every day, throughout the day, if you know how to sell the right options and collect that premium. I'll teach you how you could be your own casino, your own insurance company. It's called Tomic, the one-man insurance company. Look it up. You can actually sell insurance premiums every day on the market and collect that every day, compound it, making just 1% a day. That's what I created. It's called the 1% to wealth method. And check this out. Let's say you start with $1,000. What's 1% of $1,000? That's only $10 a day, folks. I'll teach you a method where you can place 5, 6 trades a day, 10 trades a day if you want. The net result, $10 profitable. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. But if you have the right risk to reward, if you have the right math and the right risk management and the right mindset, you can generate that $10, 1% a day. You might say, fam, 1% a day, that's nothing. I want more. Well, 1% a day is 20% a month. Think about that. Most people would love 20% a year. 20% a month is 140% a year. What if I told you I could teach you a mathematical system that's simple, easy to use, and can generate 1% a day with as little as $1,000? Because that $1,000 now allows you to trade up to $4,000 using margin, the new margin rule that was just dropped today from Charles Schwab. So this is the opportunity, folks. Don't go into the market blinded. The biggest risk is not knowing what you're doing, especially when you have your money on the line. If you don't know what you're doing, the market is going to suck it up. Why not spend some time doing some research, understanding what it takes, the trading mentality, the money management, having a system that has a positive expected value? Now we can control our own future. That's what I want to do for you guys. So if you guys want to learn this equation, this 1% equation, where all you're doing is risking 1% of your account on any one trade, and over the long run, you're going to make 1% a day, taking into account your winners and your losers. Because trading and profitability is how much do you make when you win minus how much money do you lose when you lose. The net is what's your positive expected value. All right, guys, it's all about probabilities and payouts. I'll show you how to put the probabilities on your side so that you can have payouts every month, every week, every day. So if you guys are with me, like, subscribe, share it, and I'm going to be here giving you good content so you guys can do it in 12 months or less. Because think about it, 20% a month is doubling your money through compound interest every 3 months. So if you start off with, say, $2,000, $2,000 will double in 3 months to $4,000. 4,000 will double to 8,000. 8,000 will double to 16,000. Then the 12th month, your 16 grows to 32,000. Starting with only $2,000, earning just 1% a day. You guys want to learn how to take risk, learn how to take calculated risk, and not be afraid to take risk and have that opportunity for that potential reward that financial freedom can actually bring you. Tell your friends, let's make this fam community as big as we can so that we can get as many people on board and we help each other out and make good in the world. Trade for good, trade for God. Amen. Peace.